Okay then, so hello guys and welcome back to Return to Glory episode number 18 at the American Grand Prix at Austin, the Circuit of the Americas, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I got really confused. I was reading the top track, I remember what the actual track was called. Yes, this weekend might be different purely because there's some upgrades coming. Haas, these are probably the last upgrades this team are bringing this season, so they probably saved up and bought a load and then end the season. So Haas have bought a few, Red Bull have bought a few, and then I see Mercedes have bought a few. So what does that do to the R&D? Well, it means Mercedes are now above us in the R&D. Red Bull have now overtaken Force India and Toro Rosso, with Manor still being in the mix, fast and Ferrari and Williams. Haas not really moving up. I think they moved above Renault. I think they were below them, so they have made some small improvements, but Sauber is still so far behind. It's unreal. Manor have really made some improvements there, which is awesome to see, the fact they were so far behind at the start of this career mode. So, practice, well, perfect on the qualifying pace, not track acclimatization, sorry, but qualifying pace. I don't know, I just can't seem to get a decent lap together for some reason. I seem to keep braking really early and then just sort of, you know, when you brake and you know when to turn in, I just keep cutting the corner. I don't know why. I just don't seem to be. I don't seem to be in tune with this track at the moment. So let's go to qualifying and let's just see what happens there. We might be better. We might actually be even worse. Okay then, so I've just done a lap, and to be honest, it was actually a near perfect lap. It was an amazing lap. It's that last sector where we're sort of falling behind by, 4/10 there. But I don't know, we're sort of all over the place really, but compared to Jensen, we're losing the pace mainly in the last sector. Yeah, we are actually losing quite a lot of pace in the last sector. But Bottas, mind you, slow in the last sector, but he's very, very fast in the middle. But yeah, so I'm going to go out and do another lap very near the end of the session, but that's a pretty good lap. I'm fairly happy with that, so I'll take it, especially the fact that Mercedes are a faster car than us, so I'll probably get moved down by Lewis Hamilton when I hasn't done a lap yet. I don't think there's anyone else there that can beat me, maybe Sebastian Vettel, so yeah, I'll join you when I'm doing when I finish my next lap. Right, round the final corner for our final lap. It is going to be I think we're 4/10 off, but I think it's be P3. Oh no, it's still P4. We couldn't improve, but I think Jensen gets pole position here. Jensen does get pole position. Ricciardo's got a penalty. So what was Ricciardo got a penalty for? Illegal blocking. Whether he had an incident, I don't know, but wow, the fact that Lewis is 0.08 of a second behind Jensen Button. That's pretty unreal, to be honest. I'm actually shocked at that, to be honest, that Jensen's got pole position, but, you know, let's get to the race. I'm excited for this race. I think Jensen's going to walk away with it, but I just have to try and beat Lewis Hamilton here. The fact that Mercedes are going to be strong over the next 3-4 races, you know, I need to make sure that I'm still ahead. We're going to draw the rivalry, obviously, despite Jensen absolutely throttling me on that one. We're going to lose a couple of things there, but what does Emma have to say?
Hello, I just wanted to pass on the team's expectations for this race. Good luck.
Well, thank you, Emma. 2nd place or higher, beat Jensen Button, 7th place or higher. So, I just want to get 2nd. I want to beat both Mercedes, but I want to beat Jensen. If we can do all of that, would be perfect. So let's go to the race and let's see what we can do. Okay then, so you joined us on the grid. A simple one stop, fairly easy. 23 minutes and 22 seconds is what we'll be aiming for. However, a little bit of rain at the end of this race, it might just throw something in the mix. So, I don't know whether that will come to blows at the end, but I guess we'll see. It will be close, I reckon. I think if it goes to wets, we'll take it and see what we can do. So, just going to move your fuel down a little bit. What have we got? 14 laps. So let's move it down to 15 and let's get on with this race. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are off for the start of this Grand Prix. Jensen Button gets a poor start, all the way behind Lewis Hamilton already, sorry. And we're going to break him up the inside. We're going to try and have Jensen up here. We are going to have Jensen through here. Amazing. So we've made that move, but I think Hamilton's just going to romp away from us here. That is the fear. I think it might just happen. In fact, he was 4/10 faster than us in qualifying. I have every reason to think he's going to have us here. Slipstream on Lewis Hamilton. We're going to look up the inside, but I don't think anything's going to happen from it. No, it isn't. We're just going to tuck back in behind. I just want to break that gap to Jensen Button. If Hamilton can sort of take us with him, would be amazing. We are quick through this middle sector, by the way. I think we set a purple middle sector on our way to our final lap. in qualifying, so we have that in there. There's a yellow flag somewhere on the track. I think it's through the tight right-hander after the straight. So I don't know what's happened there, whether a safety car be called out, not by the looks of it. So let's just try and keep on the back of Lewis here. On to lap 3, Lewis Hamilton sets us, yeah, he's 7 tenths faster than us on that lap alone, but we are 2.7 seconds ahead of Jenson Button. So I'm just going to try and see if we can stick at this rate compared to Lewis Hamilton. If we can just keep trying, see if he can keep pulling us along. The engineer wants an alternate strategy. I don't care. I'm just going to keep to whatever strategy we're on right now. What I also want is a gap so then Jenson can't erode it before that possible wet weather comes, because if he does and he overtakes me, then it's going to completely screw over our race. Like, completely. So I really need to stay with Lewis Hamilton here. We're expecting light rain in 10 minutes. Wow, so that's earlier than I thought then. Yeah, that is actually, we are going to be on intermediate conditions to the end of this race, and we are fast on intermediate conditions. We are quick on intermediate, so we definitely need to make sure that we're ahead, but I think it's going to be a very, very interesting race. I really wish we could have started on the soft tyre, because that would have taken us right up to the light rain, to be honest, I think. Okay then, so I'm just having a think here. So we are 4 seconds ahead of Jenson Button. We've got a nice buffer. We've been catching Hamilton steadily, actually. We are catching him vaguely steadily, though mind you, through here we're really slow. But I'm just thinking, should we overcut him? Like, it's an idea. It won't harm Jenson's race, because we'll be 4 seconds ahead and a pit stop's 2 seconds. We could go for the overcut here. Watch that corner cut. Alright, yeah, I'm going in. I'm staying out, sorry, not going in. I'm staying out. That was a poor corner to stay out with. Come on then, let's go. We really need to rich this up then. Oh, we are in rich already. Just a couple of things though. Jenson appears to have caught us up slightly. I don't know whether that's just how it looks on the mini-map, but he swear to God he's caught us up slightly. Also, I've just realised that if the rain comes, I'm not going to be running it in rich mixture. There's no point. You'll get too much wheel spin. You won't be able to lay the power down. So, what I'm going to do, quite mischievously, yeah, Jenson's actually catching us up by about 3 tenths a sector at the moment. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to run in rich mixture for the entirety of this soft, you know, for the next soft tyre stint. And then when we get to the intermediate tyres, I'm going to run it in lean and standard. Just that I can not only get the power down, but save fuel as well. I think it might be the fastest way to the line, you know. Beautifully into the pits though. Gorgeous stuff. I think Jenson's going to follow us, isn't he? No, Jenson's not. Jenson's staying out for another lap. I don't know where Hamilton is in this pack, but, you know, we'll find out. Yeah, we'll see where he actually comes out. I can't see him on a mini-map. I'm assuming that's him coming through now. No, that's Sergio Perez. Verstappen. Where's Hamilton here? Parianto. I can't see his name pop up. Massa. Hamilton is there. There's Lewis Hamilton. So we haven't really lost much time. We need to get ahead of Gutierrez here. We have to. We haven't got a choice. There we go. Beautifully. So we will not only have... Well, Hamilton is about the same distance he was away. But there's also going to be traffic, and we're also on fresher softs. So that will help us just before the rain period comes in with our tyre wear. So tyre wear is pretty good actually, which is why we could go onwards. We probably should have done a tyre, not tyre acclimatisation, a tyre wear test. Just, you know, the fact that our tyre wear was pretty good. Alright, so Jenson's in the pits. Hamilton hasn't been able to overtake anyone. There's still one more staying out. I don't know who it is. Oh, that looks like it's Felipe Massa, who is on the soft tyre. But where's Jenson here? Jenson's going to be miles behind us. That undercut that we've got is huge. Look at that. Probably should concentrate on the track for the fact that we are going to be in a huge battle with Massa and Hamilton over the next lap. If Hamilton gets past Massa, then he's gone, but we need to get past Felipe Massa as well. These guys are actually very quick. Massa's not slow here. But he is holding up Lewis Hamilton quite a lot here. And I know from looking at Valtteri Bottas' sector times that they are slow in the last sector, and that's where me and Hamilton quite a lot actually was in the last sector. So we can still make this work. Jenson is actually miles behind. I think that's about 6-7 seconds. So that's worked out pretty nicely for us. And if you've noticed, it's got very, very overcast. Have we got a decent exit? No, we haven't got a decent exit. But we are going to get DRS, so we might get Massa here. I don't think we'll get Hamilton, we might get Felipe Massa. Come on, slipstream, slipstream. He's getting. There we go. We are going to get Felipe Massa and Lewis Hamilton. We've collided. We've touched. But we have made it work. And Hamilton is still behind Felipe Massa as we push him wide. So we have made that work. We're up into first place. Wow. Well, I was not expecting that. We sort of break Massa, and then we end up outbraking Lewis Hamilton as well, making the corner. A little bit of contact, but none of us lost anything from that. So that was probably good racing. That was some pretty good racing, actually. And Hamilton is past Felipe Massa. He is literally exactly a second behind me. Wow, that's pretty awesome, actually, to see. I want him to be exactly a second when he gets DRS. When we go past the DRS lines, he won't get DRS, which is pretty interesting. Interestingly enough, though, as we cut that corner quite poorly, Jenson Button seems a hell of a lot closer than he was. There's Jenson there, so he seems a bit closer. But look how overcast it is. I'm just going to select the intermediate tyre here for when I know we are going to have intermediate tyres on, because that, yeah, it has got very, very wet. Not very wet, but very overcast, and will become very wet very quickly. There was an absolute enormous flash of lightning. Oh my god, that was huge. That's got to be the rain coming now then. That has to be. I can't see any rain on my screen currently, but that is definitely a sign that rain is coming when you see thunder on this game, because that was huge. Hamilton is very, very much behind me. Massa is still in third place. The rain is coming down now. I don't know if you can see it, but the rain is coming down now. The engineer says he's happy on this set of tyres, so I'm happy to stay on this set of tyres right now at the moment, but I can see it getting very, very slippery very, very quickly. There we go. Definitely rain now. I can see it on the screen, like, properly. So, Massa has now peeled into the pits. No, if he'd have stayed out, one more lap and you're on the intermediate tyres, mate. Oh well, there's nothing we can do about that now. Hamilton is still very, very much behind us. Jenson Button is just the other side of that hairpin. Not a hairpin, but, you know, tight left-hander. So Jenson's very close to us now. It's not been long before we're on the wet tyre, and I can already feel how slippery it is. Already. Whoa, Hamilton's so close. I didn't even realise how close he was. So Lewis Hamilton's going to get DRS here, and he will probably get us. I'm going to let him go because I know that it's just going to get really, really slippery. We might have a look at the inside though. We are going to have a quick look, but oh well, Hamilton's left us the room, and we are going to get past Lewis Hamilton here. Up into first place again. So the intermediate tyres are surely not far away. I so wanted Hamilton to actually be ahead of us then. I'm just waiting for the DRS disabled, because then you know it's time to come in for the wet tyres. Oh my god, this is so tense, because I don't know when we're going to need the wet tyres. I can't see any spray. Engineer, if I'm coming in, you better tell me now. Not by the looks of it. It is still slippery. Hamilton, don't come in, don't come in, don't come in. Oh my god, we missed our braking point. No, we've gone wide. Hamilton's surely going to get us here then. We have joined slightly dangerously there though, but I will take it. Jensen's still 4 seconds behind. No, he's 2.9. We have dived Lewis Hamilton. No, we still can't make it stick. Hamilton's going to go on the cutback, but Hamilton, what are you doing, my son? And Hamilton has just taken us straight off. You absolute pillock. Well done. So Jensen's now not only going to take the lead, but also great. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you for that, Lewis. Complete cock. So our race was looking very, very good, but now Jensen has not only taken first place, but he's also overtaken me, and I'm not in second anymore. So Hamilton will probably get us here. The fact that we've got quite a large part of our front wing missing. I am going to come and put the inters on. That's exactly what I'm going to do. But we're going to end up with a very slow pit stop because Hamilton, by the looks of it, has not lost any of his front wing. But mind you, we've just left him there. We've completely left him. No, I don't care. Box this lap. But it is going to be a slow pit stop though. We will get overtaken by Hamilton. I'm just hoping that our dry pace is good enough. Strategy change is probably going to be put on the intermediate, but that's what we're going to do anyway, engineer. So shut up. Oh, I'm so annoyed about that, but I guess there's nothing you can do. We're still ahead of Lewis Hamilton, which is what's important right now. And like, there we go. There's DRS disabled. There is a DRS disabled. We're going to put it down into standard mixture. Whoa, and there we go. We just can't seem to turn. Jensen's in the pits. So, whoa, and we've gone wide. Is Hamilton going to get us going into the pit? What are you? Lewis, for Jesus Christ. Lewis, get out of the way. Oh, thank you. And now, no, there's been an absolute catastrophe. No, we are going the wrong way. Disqualification? No, no, there's no way I'm having that. There's just no way. Like, we didn't flash it back with Lewis, but, you know, I'm not having an illegal, you know, blocking, etc., whatever that was, but it's just not happening. But we're going to get overtaken, I think, by a few of these guys, you know. I just think we are. Where's our pit box? Our pit box is all the way up here. Come on then, this has to be... Whoa, what? No! Oh, come on. No, it's been the slowest pit stop ever. We have completely lost this race. Nah, we've lost this race completely. Where's Lewis Hamilton? He's so far ahead. All I'm hoping is that he gets held up by some people on a soft compound tyre. We've got 12 seconds we're in that pit stop for. We are going to need to do some serious overtaking in 3 laps. Like, some serious overtaking in 3 laps. As up the inside of Carlos Sainz, Perez, Bottas, maybe even Magnussen. We've touched Magnussen anyway. Magnussen, get off. And we've made that stick. So, there is an absolute cluster of cars everywhere. So, Gutierrez is still on the soft compound tyre. Perez has some pace. We're just going to... Perez has actually hit us. Great, thanks for that, Sergio. So, Gutierrez is still on the soft tyre. These tyres are so cold. I'm not getting any grip or purchase from them at all. We're going to dive up the inside of Esteban Gutierrez. And who's in front of us? Well, I think that's Daniel Ricciardo and that's Max Verstappen on the intermediate tyre here. So we are literally doing some damage limitation here. Like, serious damage limitation. There's some cars up ahead going slowly. I'm really hoping that Lewis Hamilton is part of that group. Hamilton is just there. I've just seen him. Lewis Hamilton is just up there. Past Max Verstappen is where Lewis Hamilton is. So, we now know the benchmark that we need to hit. That is our final podium spot. Verstappen is in a great position there, may I just say. So, we need to try and make these intermediate tyres work perfectly for us. Nah, it's not happening, is it? It just isn't. We've got so much. These intermediate tyres are not working for us. They're not warm. We're just not getting any purchase off them at all. It's almost time for the wet tyre already. There's a yellow flag back there. So I'm sort of hoping for a safety car, just safety car for a lap or something, just to neutralise the race for a bit, but I don't think it's going to happen. We need to try and warm up these tyres, because we've got 1 lap now to catch Lewis Hamilton overtaken. We're close to Max Verstappen, but not close enough. Hamilton's just up the road now. Right, so we're going to go up the inside of Max Verstappen here. I hope we can make this stick. I think we can. I think we can make this stick. Let's go up to rich mixture. We've got loads of fuel to burn. So, we've now got a little bit of breathing room here, but Lewis Hamilton's just too far ahead, so unless he makes a mistake, I think he's going to have us here up to 2nd place, which is a little bit annoying, because it means he's going to just reduce our gap in the championship just a little bit further, and it's, yeah, 3.7 seconds. It's just not happening, is it? So, we were close, but it's just not going to be close enough. Verstappen's very, very racy though. So, Jenson Button has won the American Grand Prix. Wow. So Jenson Button made the most of that opportunity, was ahead of Nico Rosberg, I think, for the entirety of that race. Made it work after me and Hamilton collided. We've gone so wide here. I'll tell you what, if that gives us a penalty or something, I'm just going to go mental. But no, checkered flag is out for us. Lewis Hamilton gets a final podium spot. I'm pretty sure that was his fault, but there's nothing we can do about it. So there we go. We have come forth in the American Grand Prix, where we qualified. A little bit disappointing, I can see, from the team, but I'm happy with 4th. I'm happy with 4th. You know, I'll take that from the position we are in. We had to fight hard to overtake Max Verstappen, so And there we go. There's the podium with Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton in it, and yeah, I'll take it. You know, I will take that, to be honest. So we come fourth with Lewis Hamilton moving down. Jensen Button obviously for pole position, won the race in the end. Sergio Perez had a decent race there. Carlos Sainz had a brilliant one and actually got driver of the day, which was worthy. Daniel Ricciardo moved down quite a lot, as well as Rio Haryanto moved up from 60 to 30, so he did pretty well, but not in the points. Pascal Wehrlein got 8 points. Didn't even see that. Pascal Wehrlein got the points, which was amazing. Kimi Raikkonen moved down as well. Any real movers down there? No, not really. Mind you, Nico Hulkenberg from 5th. Wow, so he moved down quite a lot, but Massa could have had a better race if he hadn't have pitted for the soft tyre right before the rain came. I think if he'd have stayed out, it might have been on for a pretty decent race there. So, yeah, so we'll go back to the paddock and we'll round this episode off. Nah. So, that I don't care, but what does this do? I didn't actually look at the standings. Well, it means that Lewis Hamilton is 24 points behind us. Jensen Button closes in on us. He's only 78 points away there. I don't think he can win the championship. He can't win the... He can... No, he can't. He can lose by 3 points if everyone else crashes out. So, we've got Mexico, Brazil and Abu Dhabi left for the next few Grand Prix. I don't know about the constructors' standings. That makes it 35 points. I think we actually eke out a slight lead, which slightly helps us. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you're enjoying the broadcasting parts of it, then yeah, let me know. Like in the comments, like and comment, please. That would be amazing. The comments mean so much to me, even though it's a small gesture. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.